Worth millions of dollars and completely useless, these failed mega projects would make your jaw drop to the floor. Keep watching till the end to find out the top 10 most expensive failed mega projects. 10. Interstate H3 Hawaii. The 26-kilometer-long interstate highway in Hawaii is considered an engineering marvel and spans a scenic route that looks breathtakingly gorgeous. However, this highway has a lot of cons. It was initially proposed in 1960, but environmental concern and resistance led to delays, and it was 37 years before the project actually came to fruition. It cost a whopping $1.3 million, which is over 5 times its actual budget. Despite all this effort, the highway is considered useless and a road to nowhere. Most of the native Hawaiians consider it a cursed highway because a lot of religious buildings were destroyed in the process of its construction. 9. Ciudad Real Central Airport, Spain. The Ciudad Central Airport's purpose was to deal with the problem of overcrowding at the Madrid airport. It had one of the longest runways and an estimated capacity of 2 million. $1.3 billion had already been invested into the project when the company behind it filed for bankruptcy. Within the first year of its operation, it was evident that the airport was only burning a hole in the owner's pockets, as no major airlines wanted to carry out their operations from a place that was 200 km away from the city. Today, it is completely abandoned. 8. Naypyidaw, Myanmar. Naypyidaw, which literally means the king's residence, was a project that was taken up by the Myanmar military leadership in 2002. It was supposed to be the new capital of the country and it cost $4 billion. However, its construction was kept secret from the public until it was finally revealed in 2005. It had everything: luxury hotels over 3 districts, golf courses, and many more luxury facilities. However, it is home to less than 1 million people. Due to the lack of educational institutions and healthcare, this city remains deserted and is often referred to as the ghost city. 7. Forest City, Malaysia. Forest City aims to be a futuristic city while providing a forest experience. The plan included 2 layers, one for the vehicles to move and park, while one would have forests, parks, sports stadiums, golf courses, and more. Apart from this, the Forest City would mainly be fueled by renewable energy and built on 4 artificial islands. The estimated cost of the project was $100 billion. However, due to political and economic struggle followed by the pandemic, the city now has virtually no inhabitants. Investors are not interested in the project anymore due to economic restrictions, and it looks like it will end up abandoned like most other projects on this list. 6. Yucca Mountain Nuclear Waste Repository. In the 1980s, the US authorities were trying to look for long-term solutions for safely dispose of nuclear wastes. Yucca Mountain was deemed to be the best fit for the project and the ideal locations to store nuclear waste safely. However, it was met with a lot of oppositions from the citizens. Despite the protests, the project was okayed in 2002. However, the battle only kept getting tougher. $17 billion had already been invested before Barack Obama deemed the project non-functional and put a stop to it. 5. Ryugyong Hotel, North Korea. Easily the most useless hotel in the world. It is also the tallest unoccupied building, also called Tower of Doom. In 1988, North Korea set out to build the world's tallest hotel in the shape of a pyramid to compete with South Korea. The hotel's constructions could not be completed in time, and it was abandoned by its financial backers. A structure that was planned to host thousands of foreign tourists was just an empty hollow concrete structure. Though exterior light glass was installed 16 years later, this majestic building is still abandoned, and restoring it would require $2 billion. 4. Arena de Amazonia, Manaus. In 2014, Brazil hosted the Football World Cup and was eager to showcase its love for the sport. They constructed 12 new football stadiums, one of which was Arena de Amazonia, situated in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. The construction of this stadium was very hard and cost $250 million. Despite all the effort, it only hosted 4 of the World Cup matches, and the revenue generated was in no way enough to cover the cost of maintenance. Today, it stands abandoned and has started degrading due to nature. 3. California City. Situated amid the Mojave Desert, California City spans over 500 square kilometers and was designed to be the next big metropolis after LA and New York. The city is the brainchild of a man named Nathan K. Mendelsohn, who happily advertised it as the biggest community in the US back in the 1960s. However, this led to no fruition, as 7 years later the city only had about 800 residents. Mendelssohn eventually sold most of the shares in 1969. Today, it is just another rural town with about 15,000 residents. 2. Golden Finance 117, China. This tower holds the world record for the tallest unoccupied building in the world. If completed, it would have been the world's 6th tallest skyscraper. With the plan drafted in the early 2000s, the building's construction was still not finished when China witnessed the market crash in 2015. Though the structure of the skyscraper was finished, the construction was on and off for a while before it was completely abandoned. Being too ambitious and not too practical, this is another useless mega project. 1. Burj Al Babas. Located south of Mudurnu in Turkey, is another project that never saw the light of day. Burj Al Babas was supposed to be a luxury residential complex for wealthy oil executives. The project was going fairly well, but they were only able to construct 587 out of the planned 732 luxury villas. At the same time, oil prices fell and the company behind Burj Al Babas was urged to file for bankruptcy and stop construction. Today, this place is just an eerie sight of hundreds of empty abandoned villas in the middle of nowhere. That's all for today, folks. Comment down below which of these projects pique your interest.